Hey guys, it's Ginny, VSGinny, and the cat. If you can see her back there. Hi, pretty girl. um, anyway, okay, so this is my 35-week, aka 8-month sleep anniversary. Um, let's see. Okay, so it's Friday, November 27th, 2015. Oh, and by the way, I got a haircut and I had thrown it up to do my makeup and get ready and stuff, and I thought it looked really cute up, so I just left it that way. I'll show you my real new haircut next week. Like, I'll show it to you all down so you can see what it looks like. Last Friday, I was 353 pounds or 160.1 kilos. Today I am, drum roll, 349.6 pounds or 158.57 kilos. Amazing. As you guys know, if you've been watching my videos, I've been waiting for that. I'm under 350 pounds, which means that I've now officially lost more than 250 pounds from where I started. There are a lot of people in the weight loss surgery community who start at 250 pounds, who are having surgery, weight loss surgery, at 250 pounds. So to have lost an entire person of that size is amazing. And then also, that's my goal weight. So I've lost my entire goal weight. 250 pounds is my goal weight. So anyway, that's a loss of 3.4 pounds or 1.54 kilos for this week. I wasn't super happy with my video last week and kind of where my mind was going. Um, I'm hoping nobody's using that as an example. I don't want to be that obsessive about counting calories, about how many calories did I burn during exercise. I do want to log my food, and I will continue to do that. I think that's a big part of my success. And I will continue to make sure I don't go over the maximum calories set by my dietitian. But I really felt like I found myself last week weighing myself multiple times, which is not like me. I usually only weigh once a week. That's usually not too hard for me. But I was just getting so caught up in getting below that number. And my therapist called me out on it and was like, because I was like, well, I had a doctor appointment and I had to weigh, but I was admitting to her that I was weighing more than I needed to. And she goes, you don't have to weigh for doctor appointments either. Like, they won't care if you give them last week's weight. That's close enough. And I was like, you know what? She's right. Like, that's been an excuse for me to weigh more than once a week. So after I saw her on Tuesday, I did weigh myself again on Wednesday, but reined it back in for Thursday and calmed down about it. I kind of had a little talk with myself and decided if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. And Wednesday, the scale was still showing like 354, so up from actually where I was last week. And I just sort of decided I need to stop stressing. Stressing out about it is probably not helping. And I stopped stressing. I kept exercising. I have worked out every weekday this week, just like last week, except for today. My husband's coming home in a bit and we're going for a walk together. But yeah, every weekday. So I'm doing really well. And I guess my advice would be don't try not to get obsessive about it. And it's kind of a do as I say, not as I do thing, because it's easy when you get close to a milestone to really get focused on that number. But it's not about the number. It's about gratitude for the process, gratitude for how you've grown as a person, how you've literally shrunk as a person, and gratitude for all the different things that you can do. And I'm going to talk about that in just a second. I know I'm going to have some new viewers for this one because it's a pretty big milestone. So I'll just recap for you guys. I do this every week anyway, but especially for you guys, I'm going to recap where I started and where I am now. So my high weight was 600 pounds or 272.1 kilos in January of 2014. Date of surgery, which was 28 March 2015, I was 488.2 pounds, 221.4 kilos. So the total weight I've lost so far is 250.4 pounds, or 113.57 kilos. And my total weight loss just since my surgery at the end of March was 138.6 pounds, or 62.9 kilos, which is amazing. So yeah, like I was saying, it's still technically Thanksgiving as I record this in part of the U.S. So I'm going to celebrate with you guys from abroad by using this opportunity to talk about what I'm most grateful for in this journey. Besides the amazing friends that I've made, you guys are number one. The number one thing besides that is my NSVs, my non-scale victories, all the things that I can do now that I couldn't do before. Um, and I'm going to read to you from a list that I keep of all the things that I can do now that I couldn't. It's not all inclusive, but it'll give you some idea. So, in celebration of 250 pounds lost, here we go. All the things I can do. I can now walk around Sydney without the majority of tourists and children stopping, staring, pointing, and actually taking my picture. Yes, that was something I experienced when I first got here. I noticed that that had stopped in July of 2015 of this year, but I don't know exactly when that stopped. Oh, and by the way, I'm only listing things that are for public video consumption. There are other things here that I'm not going to list. Um, I found that all of my belts, which I wear under my cleavage, to kind of give me a little extra lift, and also because I'm very pear-shaped and it looks weird if I wear it at my waist, I found that all the ones that I had brought with me in January of last year were too big. That was in July. In August of this year, I fit safely and comfortably behind the wheel of my husband's car for the first time. Um, There are a few kind of scale related here, but they're all milestones. I made it to the 300s to 399, somewhere around there, August 10th, 2015. I sat in a booth at a restaurant, August 29th, 2015. I'm just going to say dates because they're all 2015. I walked into a restaurant with my husband without worrying what the seating would be like first, September of 2015. I walked the long tunnel at Central Station. If you're a Sydney sider, you know what I'm talking about, in September. I bought clothes from a retailer here in Australia instead of having to import them from the US in October. I stopped having to use the seatbelt extender in my husband's car on October 10th. I had a little thing, like a little mobility aid, like I don't know what kind of aid it is, but disability aid, I don't know, something to help me put on my socks because I couldn't reach my foot and to put on my socks. And I realized I could probably do that myself and tried it out, and sure enough, and stopped using that on October 11th. I fit into jeans for the first time. I still am not able to wear them out. Over a month later, they're still too tight for that, but at least I fit into them October 20th. Hoping that'll change. I just need to lose a little more around my hips, and I'm where I can wear them out. I went to a movie theater for the first time since I moved here to Sydney in January of last year on November 14th of this year, so almost 2 years. I was just so afraid that the seating would not be friendly, and where we went turned out that the armrest raised up anyway, and I could have been in there ages ago, but I let my fear stop me, and so now I can go there without any problems. I bought clothes at a regular department store instead of a plus size store. Not because I'm not plus size, I still very much am, but because the smaller end plus sizes that some regular department stores have now fit me well enough that I was able to buy them November 14th. I went inadvertently mountain climbing, if you know what I'm talking about from last week's video. You're probably laughing. On November 17th. I used our apartment complex's pool for the first time. I got in and out with a ladder on November 18th. I was able to lie on a poolside lounge chair for the first time in years on November 19th. And then today, November 27th, I got to 250 pounds down. I still have a lot of things that I want to do, a lot of non-scale victories yet to go, but I'm sorry, I'm tearing up a little. I was so incredibly grateful for how far I've come and all the ways my life is different. I've also climbed the opera, the steps of the Opera House. I forgot to add that to my list. I'll go back and add that in. I think that was October as well. But yeah, there's so much that I couldn't do, and I didn't realize how much I couldn't do until I actually kind of sat down and analyzed it, and until I was able to look at it on this side of things. Let's see. Yeah, I still want to go swimming in the ocean. I'm hoping that'll actually happen next month. Um, I know you're like swimming in the ocean. It'll be December, but remember Australia summer here. um, yeah, and I also want to go sailing, and hoping that's going to happen sometime soon as well. Um, I also I've never been able to do that in my life. Um, yeah, there's a whole list of things. I won't spoil them all for you because I think some of them are coming up. But um, wow, it's just it's an amazing moment in my life, and it's funny. I'm getting to where I'm a little better able to acknowledge the work that I've put into it and be proud of myself, which is a good step. But still, I still feel very lucky to have gotten this far, and very fortunate to have the privileges that I have that have helped me get this far. And I'm incredibly grateful to my family and to my friends who have supported me 100%, and that means the world to me. I'm really grateful for that, and I'm really grateful for you guys. So, um, I think, yeah, I've been kind of sort of behind on other people's videos. I've watched most of them, but I've still got a few to watch. So if you had any big moments this past week, I'm really sorry for not giving you a shout out today, but I'll make sure that I get to your video before next week and give you a shout out for next week. And I love you guys, and I'll see you next week. We'll see what next week holds. Bye.